Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Kitty suit. Oh, I'm not gonna go. Look at the people that drove. Look at them. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome to the show. Happy day before Thanksgiving. Welcome to the show, everybody. Hello. Greetings. Happy day before Thanksgiving. Have a seat. Let's get started. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Okay. People, it is snow day, 2019, Snowmageddon. But you wouldn't know it in this audience, everybody. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to Snowmageddon 2019. That's right. Not stopping these people, let me tell you. We are live. I walked in expecting 2 people because I thought, but these people drove. I love them, and I love her too. Audience, give it up for my good friend, Miss Kendall.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good morning.
How you feeling? You were busy today as Traffic Tina over there at the Fox 9 Morning News.
I was. Well, we started at 4 instead of 4:30 this morning, so I started an hour earlier than normal, and
You look
which was
great.
fine. It just when there's that much chaos on the roads, it's just a lot of like.
Because I read hundreds of spinouts and then 800 snowplows on the road today.
800 snowplows, for
800,
real.
yeah, like an armada. I mean,
Yeah,
just like
it was the whole fleet.
And I passed, and look, I have a crossover vehicle, and here's a lesson. I said it a couple times on the radio show. Even if you have a big old manly truck, like a Ford F-150 where you haul wood, you know, even you know what I mean? And
Where
even
you
if you have
haul wood.
there's a point to this. If you have a manly truck and you have tires that cost like the amount of Spain, you know, you can still spin out. I saw a big old manly truck spun in the opposite direction in a ditch by here in Eden Prairie. So my point is, be careful. Take your time. Don't rush. Nothing is that important. Nothing, you know what I mean? And
You know, I had
and if your boss yells at you for being late, I'll call him.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll call him.
I'll call him here on the show.
Yeah, we got it.
We'll publicly shame them here on the show. But anyway,
Yeah.
what were you going to say?
Oh, I was counting, and I think there were like 7 or 8 jackknife semis too, which is so fun to say.
Yeah,
I know
jackknife
that's like
semi?
a really
Yeah.
horrible thing to say, but it's really fun to be like a jackknife semi.
Yeah. I never thought about it that way, but yeah.
It is. Yep.
A lot of you are going to be calling the Butterball Turkey line. I'm over it. The Butterball Turkey line is so 1984 because I have a new thing that this is a little consumer tip to help you guys. I've been taking that Masterclass app. I don't know if you guys, I'm going to be doing a whole segment on it. If you don't, it's a great gift. Masterclass are these videos done by, for instance, like Steve Martin teaches a class on comedy. Shonda Rhimes teaches a class on writing for television. Annie Leibovitz teaches a photography class. So you sign up and they're beautifully edited and you can sign up for like a year subscription. Anyway, there's another subscription service I wanted to tell you about just in time for today. It's from Food Network. Love the Food Network. And it's called their Kitchen app. So go on your app store, put in Kitchen app. Why do I always go like that? I don't know. Because you don't do that on your phone, and I do that all the time.
It's okay.
You do this, Jason. But anyway, It's the Food Network Kitchen app, and it's awesome. On the app, like right there on your phone, you can participate in live cooking classes by like all of the food. So like Rachel Ray, kind of, what's that bike, the Peloton, where you take live, the video screen?
Yes.
You can take live cooking classes with like Rachel Ray and Giada. And they're right there. Yeah, it's awesome. What?
I'm just like, that sounds great for most people. I'm like, I would never do that.
Yeah, I know. We all saw your monkey bread segment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very clear. Yeah.
No shame in my game.
Shade at 10:04 in the morning. I love it. Yeah. We love your monkey bread segment. Actually, that monkey bread segment is doing so well on social media, so I'm loving it, believe me. Anyway.
You're welcome.
Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. We're still going to do a segment called Nailed It with Kendall. Yeah, I'm telling you.
No.
First up, everybody, we're learning some details about why America's Got Talent let 2 judges go after just 1 season. I know, they say their contract wasn't picked up. They were fired, let's be clear. And that calls for...
Oh, no, she didn't.
That's right, the drama horn. The drama horn. So earlier this week, NBC announced they were letting go Gabrielle Union and Julianne Hough, who had only been judges on America's Got Talent for like 40 seconds, for 1 season. Variety, this ain't no trash publication, Variety says that a toxic work culture may be to blame. Gabrielle reportedly expressed concerns over some offensive incidents on set. One of them included Mr. Nice Guy, Jay Leno, who made a guest appearance. He made a really bad joke. I can't even repeat it. But anyway, she urged producers to report it to Human Resources. They didn't. She was also told that this is awful. Gabrielle Union was reportedly told that her rotating hairstyles were too black for the audience. A note that she says she got more than 6 times. Julianne also got repeated critiques about her appearance, which led to tensions. NBC denies everything. Sometimes where there is smoke, where there's fire, when you have 2 women basically saying the same thing and a network that right now doesn't have the best reputation as far as workplace culture, sorry, I'm going to believe the 2 women right now until I hear otherwise.
Yeah. 2 women, by the way. These 2 women have like squeaky clean records
Yes.
too. They do. I mean, look at them, honestly.
Julianne Hough, come on. And seriously, you know what it says, audience, and I think you'll agree. The whole thing of some researcher or some network executive saying, I can't even believe I'm saying this, but that her rotating hairstyles are too black. Give the audience a little credit for heaven's sake. That's
right.
First of all, that's offensive. That's ignorant. You think that you're not giving credit to the audience for being a little smarter than that and a little less racist than that, for heaven's sake.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Ooh.
No.
What do you think? What do you think? Betty from Anoka sitting at home going, holy crap, Gabrielle changed her hairstyle. She doesn't care.
I'm so confused. Oh, by the way, and Simon Cowell wears a white t-shirt every day.
Thank you. I was saying the same thing. Let's talk about Julianne. Look, I will say, look, TV is a visual medium, I say. Bosses have the right to have a dress code. I couldn't have a beard for a long time. I get it. However, repeated critiques for the women, I really hope they're critiquing Howie Mandel's suits, or the lack of tailoring, or how long his tie is, or whether he buttons up his jacket.
Right.
I hope if they're going to critique the women, I hope they're doing it to the men just as often. So, yeah. Next up.
Just thinking of shiny. I bet they have something in the contract that says his head has to be so shiny.
Howie's?
Maybe less shiny or more under,
Yeah.
There must be something in that.
Yeah. Next in the dish, Billy Eichner is blowing up these days. His show, Billy on the Street, is now on Netflix. But he told James Corden his popularity hit a new level when a certain pop diva started live tweeting his show. Look at this.
You got a tweet from Mariah Carey that says, for $1, how many episodes have I watched in 2 days? A, 1, B, 2, C, not nearly enough, D, all of the above. Obsessed, Billy Eichner.
Yes.
What do you do when you see the tweet from her?
You know, that was really wild. She sent multiple tweets in a few days because she was binging it on Netflix. And at first I saw she started following me, and I wanted to play it cool. But I've been obsessed with her my whole life. I had my first kiss listening to Mariah Carey to a girl, which shows you how long ago that was. But really though, I've loved her so long, and so I like screen grabbed the fact that she was following me. I got a notification. I sent that to my friends. We were all secretly freaking out. Then she started tweeting about the show. Then I responded to her. Then I wrote to her privately on Twitter. I know. Even Kathy Bates is impressed.
I love him. Billy says Mariah uses a lot of emojis. His show is now available on Netflix. Do you remember the song playing during a first kiss?
I don't think there was music.
There was no
wasn't
music?
that romantic.
Oh, really?
No, you clearly had one though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, love lifts us up where we belong. Yeah.
How does that go?
Joe Cocker. Yeah, Joe Cocker and yeah.
Sing it.
Want me to sing it?
Yeah.
Love lifts us up where we belong. See, the audience knows. Where eagles fly on a mountain high. Yeah, right there, yeah.
How do all of you know this song?
Yes! Yeah.
That was the best moment of my career here.
I had my first private moment to the soundtrack of More Dirty Dancing. Yeah.
What?
I had my, anyway, that soundtrack was playing, yeah. No, like my date. I had a date, and we were making out.
Okay. It's a little different.
We had like a little, yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to our holiday show, everybody. The executive producer just collapsed on the floor. Yeah. We gotta take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. Coming up in just a few minutes. Just in time for Thanksgiving TV watching, producer Ted is back with another Hallmark Christmas movie review. And today, it's the sure-to-be classic, Right Before Christmas. Then, speaking of Christmas, it is without a doubt a staple of the season. The Guthrie's production of A Christmas Carol. And hide your smiles and joy because Scrooge is here. And Kendall is visiting our friends at Style Society for great tips on decorating your house for the holidays. Stay right there. We will be right back.
I just had this memory. When I was in high school, I made a fake ID, and I was so dumb that I put my height at 5'12". That was actually, yeah, thanks. I should say, it wasn't, I didn't do it for myself. I did it for my friend Jeff Rose.
Sure.
I was making his, I didn't know how tall he was. And by the way, in a typewriter, it looks typed. I even messed up and put whiteout on something and then typed another thing so that you could hold up and you can see the whiteout. And we use these fake IDs to go to Florida for spring break.
Did they work? Did they work?
I took a copy of the state seal of Florida, a black and white, like Xeroxed copy, put it on the back, just the state seal. I remember giving it, we were all nervous. We went to some bar, gave it to the bouncer, and the guy's like, come on. And then the owner of the place comes over, he looks at it, he flips it over, he says, what, there's a state seal, it's real.
Well, yeah. It's real-ish. Welcome back. Paul Rudd with Colbert last night. I never did the fake, blunt honesty now. I'm 45. I'm well above the age of drink. I never did a fake ID. I always joke with my mom that I was a good kid. I didn't drink until May of 1992 at the Mayfair Tell. The M and the O were burnt out of the neon sign. But yeah, that's where I did my Boone's Farm. But yeah, did you do that?
I might have had a few.
Okay, there we go. A few drinks or a few IDs. Anyway, Chelsea Boker, just listen to this, guys. She just tweeted in the commercial break. Chelsea writes to us, watching the Jason Show right now, and my 3-year-old turns to me, looks at the TV and points and says, Mom, is that a Jonas brother? I wonder which one he thinks I am.
If you're Joe,
Kevin. Yeah, probably Kevin.
No.
Yeah.
No, which one's married to Sophie? Because I want to be Sophie Turner.
Joe.
Oh,
yeah.
you can be Joe.
Thank you. I'll be Joe.
You're welcome.
Hi, little 3-year-old. I'm Joe. Hi, my name is Joe Jonas. There we go.
And I'm Sophie Turner. There's
Yeah.
the T.
More late night for you. Helena Bonham Carter was on with Andy Cohen last night and talked about an exchange that she had with Prince William after they had a few, speaking of cocktails. Look at this.
Hello, what was Prince William's reaction when you drunkenly asked him to be your child's godfather? And have you seen him since?
Did you drunkenly ask Prince William to be the child's godmother? Mm-hmm. What was his reaction?
I wasn't that drunk.
Oh, okay.
Enough drunk for me not to drink anymore. But he was very, he wasn't totally sober himself.
Right, okay, that's good.
Not in a bad way. It was just very jolly and very, thing is, I'd spent all my friends as godparents on my first child. So Billy had 11 godparents. And so I thought I could make up for Nell, suddenly came along and we didn't have any left. I thought, well, if I go for Prince William, that would cover,
Yes.
Yeah, he just said, you don't want me to be godfather to your child. And I left them. I mean, obviously it didn't. We didn't.
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
Yeah, no.
No, it did not. Helena stars in the new season of The Crown on Netflix. Andy does this game where he does like rapid fire questions and he goes, Helena, what was the last thing you texted? And she says, I texted my publicist, why am I doing the show? Yeah. And Andy laughed. Andy thought it was hysterical. Yeah. Well, next in the dish, we now know whose Star Wars script landed on eBay. You guys remember this story? One of the big stars of Star Wars left his script under the bed. A housekeeper found it, sold it on eBay, tried to. It was John Boyega, Finn. He told GMA that he has an excuse, though. Look at this.
What had happened was, it was actually from my apartment. I was moving apartments and I left the script under my bed. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna leave it under my bed. When I wake up in the morning, I'll take it and then move. But then my boys came over and, we started partying a little bit. And then the script just stayed there.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks after, this cleaner comes in, finds this script, and then puts it on eBay for £65. So the person didn't know the true value, And I actually thought this is a great opportunity for the fans to read the movie before they see it. Maybe I'm onto something. Do you know?
No. By the way, 65 pounds equals just $83. Come on. I said this, you would think that John Boyega, as the star of Star Wars, one of the biggest movies, biggest franchises in movie history, you have the script in your possession of the final movie, and you're just gonna lay it on your floor, and your boys are coming over? I wouldn't trust anybody. I would put that thing in a safe. But that tells you, he's on the third movie now. He's probably so lackadaisical. It's like the first child. When you have, people tell me when you have a first... you have a first child, and the first child, you wrap it, and you don't let it outside, and grandma has to wash her hands.
Yeah.
And by the third kid, they're barely wearing clothes. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Sure that was it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, it just sounds like he was hungover and forgot. I think that's what he was saying.
Probably.
Without saying it, which is funny.
Next up, a young business owner loves everything about Christmas and sends Christmas cards to some of the most influential people in her life. And that may lead to her next romance. That is the plot for the Hallmark Christmas movie, Right Before Christmas. Look at this.
I'm taking a holiday from dating. And while I'm at it, I'm taking a holiday from holidays.
A simple act of kindness.
Who doesn't love opening a Christmas card?
Can change your life forever.
Sorry.
That card brought me here.
Wow.
Chad Michael Murray and Tori DeVito star in a romantic holiday movie.
Shouldn't we be on a sleigh somewhere?
No, I'm happy right here.
Right Before Christmas. Only on Hallmark Channel, the heart of Christmas.
Chad Michael Murray. Look at that, a holy one tree Christmas tree hill. Yeah, that's the trailer. Thank you. That's the trailer for Right Before Christmas. It allegedly follows a Love Actually premise, and that means, once again, it's time for Producer Ted Reviews Christmas Movies. That's right. And Producer Ted joins us now from the Jason Show control room. Good morning, Ted.
Good morning.
Okay, I gave a little bit there, a little bit of the synopsis. Fill in the blanks for me.
So Tori DeVito, who apparently I love her now. I mean, she was great in this.
Yeah.
She gets dumped, shockingly, at the start of this movie. She's really into Christmas. The boyfriend, not so much into Christmas, that he dumps her right away. So she starts writing these Christmas letters to some of the most influential people in her life, one of which is Chad Michael Murray's mother, who is out of the country for a year. So Chad Michael Murray opens up the card, he hunts her down, and their romance begins.
Aww.
It's really touching.
Was that a picture of a mailbox I saw right there? I've never. It's
Christmas letters.
Oh, Christmas letters.
Mailbox.
I love.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the acting. How we always judge how's Chad Michael Murray in this?
Chad Michael Murray, he brings it. He brings it.
Okay.
He didn't annoy me at all. He was believable. This role really fit him well. He wasn't overbearing. Tori DeVito, I don't know. Again, I don't know who she is. But she was great. I think we have a very CW cast for this, and it works. We had a couple of older people. I don't know who they were because it had a Love Actually feel to it. So you had 3 different plot lines, but we knew right off the bat how they were related to each other. So that's not Love Actually.
I love how you only care about the young people. You're like, oh, there's this old couple. I don't know about them.
They were great. They were great.
They were great. Okay, let's go through the check marks here. So every Hallmark movie has some touchstones that most Hallmark movies have. So was there a gazebo in a town square?
No gazebo. No gazebo, no town square. No big city, little city. He comes here, she goes. I think they were both basically from the same town.
Really?
From what I gathered.
Was there any type of kiss? Was there any type of first kiss under mistletoe, by a reindeer, at a shopping mall, anything?
Not really. In fact, there was a jealousy kiss. Midway through the movie, ex-boyfriend walks by and she's like, make out with me. And so those two have their first kiss halfway through, just like a jealousy kiss. And I'm like, this is Hallmark movie. We don't do, like...
I was going to say, is this... Ted, is this an R-rated Hallmark movie?
There was a lot of tension. This whole movie, yeah. It was for originality, but we do have Chad Michael Murray though, so that is a check.
Okay,
and
so we have because he's in a lot of these, so we checked that one. We can't check. We have no check for gazebo, no check for unique kiss, no check for big city girl comes to little city for some reason.
And not much of a love triangle. I mean, you could sort of say the ex-boyfriend, but he was out of the picture.
Okay, Ted reviews Hallmark Christmas movies by gold crowns, appropriately so. 4 gold crowns basically means it's Chariots of Fire. One is Ishtar. So Ted, reveal it. How many are you giving this one?
I was very pleased with this movie. I was very happy with it. And we're going to go ahead and give it 3.
3 gold crowns!
I think people should watch this one.
Ted, am I picking up a little crush that you have on the co-star here?
I mean, purely objective.
I get it, yeah.
She was a great actress.
Great actress. Give it up for Ted Johnson, everybody. Thank you, buddy. Ted has a very important, by the way, programming note, a very important Christmas. You know, we're going to be off for a few days. We have given him a big assignment. There is a Facts of Life reunion type Christmas movie happening over the weekend. Ted has been assigned. He will watch that. He'll have his review next week on our show. That's right. Still ahead today, though. Still ahead today, it is a Christmas staple in the theater. A Christmas Carol is back at the Guthrie, and Scrooge is here. And then it's time to start decorating your house. Kendall shows us what's hot this holiday season. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. There are tons and tons of Christmas movies, but when it comes to the theater, there really is only one play that we can think of when it comes to the holiday season, especially around the Twin Cities, A Christmas Carol. And for the 45th season, yes, for the 45th season, it is playing at the Guthrie, and we are thrilled. Joining us once again, give it up for Scrooge himself, Nathaniel Fuller, please. I love it. I apologize that Scrooge led your name. I'm sorry that I introduced you as. Is this? I'll start with this. You've played on. Let me get this right. You've played Scrooge. Listen to this, audience. Nine times you've played Scrooge. 22 times as an understudy. Is there still more for you to discover about this character whenever you play it?
Absolutely, absolutely. For one thing, the script gets tweaked a little bit, so there are more things to digest. I can't tell you the number of times even this year, I get a line, and it's maybe a line that I've said for several years, and for some reason, something in it turns, and I know what the line really means for the first time. Even though I've researched it, I've read the books, I've watched movies, but there's always something new to discover. The other thing is that with newer actors responding to me, then I'm acting in a different way, or I discover some new meaning in the way a different actor does something.
Absolutely. What is it? You talk about the research that you've done and day-to-day research just playing the part. What do you think is the universal appeal of this story, the timeless nature of it? Is it its universal themes of redemption, compassion? What do you think is the secret?
What I always say is that I think at heart it's about what it means to be alive. And to be alive, you have to have human contact. You have to have empathy, you have to have generosity. It's about reaching out not only to give to people, but also to receive from people. Scrooge is a person who, because of many issues, he built a shell around himself. He was afraid of the outside world, and he pretended he was happy just going after money and profit. Well, how many people do we know who do that in real life today?
Yeah.
Workaholics who don't have a family life or anything like that. And fortunately, the three spirits, he's lucky to have them because they rip that shell away in a very painful way, and he has to confront himself, but he learns the joy of being in a world where he accepts and relates and loves other people.
Yeah. And I think it's great, and I would imagine as a Guthrie vet, it is delightful. I know I love to see and hear people say, oh, I'm making this a tradition. I know so many families where you are a part of their family tradition. As an actor, that has to be fantastic for you.
I feel really lucky to be able to work in a city where I relate to the people in the town. I think in Minneapolis, you have ownership of the Guthrie Theater. So I feel a great responsibility year after year, not just in Christmas Carol, other plays, but especially Christmas Carol, to share that experience. And when people are standing up and cheering at the end of the show and feeling just elated, it makes us elated too. It's just a wonderful thing.
Yeah. And we were in our research, we found out that half of the audience, when they come to see you at the Christmas Carol, this shocked me. They're coming to the Guthrie for the first time. So you are the catalyst for hopefully a lifetime love of theater.
We are for the Guthrie, and not only for many people, it's their first professional theater experience. And
isn't that great? I mean, it's fantastic.
And theater is not just the show. Theater is the energy between the production and the audience. So the audience is part of the art form, and you feel that when you come to theater.
I know this is going to sound goofy, but when I read that and I thought about the audience, and I'm sure maybe you've thought about it, I think of that little kid sitting out there, because I was, you know where I'm going. I say it many times on the show. I would watch Johnny Carson and would be inspired by, I want to do that. It must be great to think that there's a kid out there watching what you do, and the Guthrie is the spark that inspires a lifelong dream for many, many people in your audience.
I agree. And it's not just watching what I do. We have a large number of children in the show, and children see that and they go, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
They ask us about it, and they can. They get involved in theater in their schools or in their community, and it really opens up a world for them. it's amazing how many times I think theater has, for some children, saved their lives because they realize they have a new way of expressing themselves.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautifully put. I love it. I love it. If you haven't seen it, I'm telling you, and I was telling Nathaniel off air, the set, it must be, to work on that set is amazing. It's one, if you guys haven't seen it, the set is one of the most beautiful sets I've seen in theater. And it must be, it's a great toy box for you.
It is. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for all of the actors. There are all these shops and things that they can go into. For me, it's a little challenge sometimes running up and down the stairs every day. But it is a beautiful set to work on.
Yeah, it's great. Give it up for Scrooge himself, everybody.
Thank you.
A Christmas Carol. I'm not kidding. If you haven't seen this, maybe you have a new family or just growing your family, it's a great tradition to start. It's playing at the Guthrie through December 29th. For tickets, go to GuthrieTheater.org. Still ahead, everybody, Shannon Paul, Tiffany Norton, and Roxanne Battle will join us with details about another great event to go to. But next, we're getting your house ready for the holidays. Kendall gets the scoop from the Style Society when we return. Back in a moment. Thank you, Nathaniel. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Nathaniel, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Many of us will be decorating our homes for the holidays soon. We already did that. The stags are already up at our house. Thank you very much, Colin. And if you need some fresh ideas, Style Society is here to help. They are an event and styling company in Minneapolis with some of the coolest furniture and decor you ever did see. Kendall checked out their Christmas rooms to see what's in style this year.
I love interior design, and people who are good at it, I'm just like, you're like God to me. So tell me a little bit about Style Society, what you guys do, and how you came up with this idea.
I like to think of ourselves as kind of like a style hub. We like to do events and rentals and things like that. So everything in our space is available to rent, whether you're having a corporate event or a wedding. We're here to help either bring in a lounge or tablescape settings. On top of that, we do interior design. We'll come in and either help you from the ground up or do shorter jobs where it's like you have your furniture in the house and you just don't know how to like put it together right. We'll come in and help you do that.
If you're looking at this space and someone comes in and they're like, all right, why does my space not look as homey and comfortable? What's one thing you think you can do?
I mean, it totally is unique to the person. If it's something that you love that you're obsessed with, I love old clocks, so I've slowly collected a collection of old clocks. Put those on display in a really fun way. Or yeah, add a rug. It's never a bad idea to add a rug to a space. It adds color, it adds texture. Otherwise, color. Just don't be afraid of color. Add a little color here or there, or texture. If you want to stay more neutral, like just add something that pops in the space.
Work on what you know you already like and kind of go around that.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Stay true to yourself.
Stay true to yourself. Mm-hmm. Now, Christmas time, people. You're going to tell me a little bit more about the holiday decor because it's time.
It is.
I see so much cute inspiration on like West Elm and Target and Crate and Barrel, but I'm like, I don't know how to do that in my house.
Oh, it's everywhere. Maybe you love baking cookies for the holidays. Play with that. Display them in a cute way. Use different containers, tins.
So the big thing I learned is height. Using different like wood blocks, using what you already have in unconventional ways.
Yes.
So a wine glass, for example, or champagne flute for sprinkles.
Right. Like people, it doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to go out and purchase all of these things. Mm-hmm. Use what you have. Just try to imagine them in different ways.
Yeah. Tell me all about this.
So we created a beautiful tablescape because obviously if you're having a party, you're having a dinner and that's where everyone's going to gather. So let's make that an experience for your guests. So again, use what you have. Mm-hmm. We had some white plates that we just layered on top of each other to add an extra pop. Get a fun napkin. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, make it more personalized with a little note card with their names on it. That's just a scrap piece of craft paper.
Stop.
You can also use like a scrap piece of wrapping paper. And then we just added a sprig and that elevates it a little bit, or maybe it's a fun ornament, or if you love baking cookies, put a little cookie with their name on it.
Like literally go outside and forage some springs.
Honestly, everything we have on there could be foraged outside. We have the pine cones, we have the greenery, the sprigs, some flower heads.
This might sound like a weird question, but how do you get them to not drip?
They make non-drip candlesticks, believe it or not. They make everything, you know.
It's something we should know. Okay, because candlesticks, they're the thing right now. They're like the big thing, colored, cool candlesticks.
And it adds a nice pop and creates ambiance. And then you don't, with the non-drip, you don't have to worry about it ruining grandma's lace runner.
Right. Sorry, Mom, I've done that before.
We all have.
Whoopsies. One thing I've really noticed is that you've kept it color-wise very simple and just design-wise that way. And you say that that's sort of the moral of the story.
The moral of the story is to keep it simple, less is more, be very thoughtful in your touches and your additions, and work with the color palette. Pick a color palette. That's whites, reds, and greens, go with that. Easier is better, like you don't want it to be the throw-up Christmas. You just, simple, chic, and fun.
We've all had throw-up Christmases.
Not good.
Good. Chic people.
Chic people. Kendall joins me now. I do like a white and gold little theme with my. I'll take a picture. I'll show you guys on Monday when we come back from the holiday break. We I should say this year, Colin decorated, but yeah, all gold and silver. Do you do a little motif like she said?
Well, what's so odd is I really like knick-knacky. You find it at the discount store kind of stuff, and so that's the one thing that's been missing for me is that sort of cohesiveness. And as soon as she said, pick just a color theme, it was like,
and then go with that.
Yeah, so I mean, that's really helped me.
Yep. To learn more about Style Society, check out their website, right there at stylesocietympls.com. Still ahead, Shannon, Tiffany, and Roxanne will join us next. Get ready to laugh. Back in a moment, everybody. Pick a theme and stick with it. Welcome back, my friends. Happy day before Thanksgiving. Y'all know our next guests. They're quirky, they're funny, and they're all moms. And this weekend, they're performing together. Pockets of joy, comedy through chaos comes to the historic Afton House Inn. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for friends of our show, Roxanne Battle, Shannon Paul, and Tiffany Norton, everybody. Now, we have to do this quick because Roxanne's moments away from clicking her heels and going into the Emerald City. So I gotta... Let's get a shot of the shoes there. I love it. Roxanne, so Shannon walks in. Shannon's like, hi, everybody. Tiffany walks in, hi, everybody. And Roxanne's like, I'm here! She's like, with her shoes.
Jason, I'm here. I'm here to get a biscuit.
Oh, I'll get you a biscuit. I'll get you a biscuit.
Biscuit.
I'll trade you a dozen for those shoes. Yeah.
Oh, it takes, your biscuits are good, but it takes more than a dozen.
Thank you. 2 dozen.
Yeah, there we go.
Tiffany, tell everyone, if they missed other times you've been on the show, what this show is.
Oh, Pockets of Joy. Well, this is something that we kind of all came up with together. Shannon and I are stand-up comedians. We've been producing shows together for over a decade. And we were just, really struggling about how can we talk about something a little more meaningful, a little more poignant, incorporating some storytelling. And then we met this young lady right here. And she had such wild success with her book,
right there.
Pockets of Joy. Absolutely.
Yes.
Pick it up. And really just kind of how can we take what has been chaotic, what has been traumatic in our lives and turn it into something funny, meaningful that everybody can connect with.
Are you wrote the book?
Yeah.
Are you kind of the same question that I asked Mr. Scrooge? Are you still learning things as you do these shows?
Oh, yes, every day. I mean, just the plumbing the depths of what true happiness really is for people and giving people the permission to laugh in the midst of their chaos. It just goes deeper and deeper. And one of the things that we've done with the show this time, Jason, is we've added video components to it, right? So we'll do the storytelling, we'll do the stand-up, and then we'll pitch to a video that just kind of looks at what we're talking about in a broader and deeper way. I mean, the goal is to have fun and to express joy. But there's also a takeaway, and we're all media. I'm a former journalist, obviously.
TV's Roxanne Battle.
So I take my journalistic skills and I produce these videos, you know, and then I take pages from the book and I read from the book, and then they come up and we all dovetail and augment each other. We're talking about the trials of parenting, the, you know, mental illness and depression, dementia. We're talking about these things and giving people permission to find joy in the midst of them.
Right.
Shannon, I know you well, and I know this answer, I think, but how do you, this is a very Oprah-esque question, but you, at times, your life is spinning 8,000 miles a minute.
Yes.
How do you...
Like this morning.
Yeah, look, I'm asking for a reason, girl. How do you kind of center yourself? How do you make sure you find the joy when the chaos tornado does start?
Well, you know what? I really is one of those people that it helps me process and going, okay, maybe I don't laugh about this at this moment.
Yeah.
But for me, it gets to the funny parts of it so quickly and going, okay, well, here's the one little nugget about this that I actually can go, okay, well, that part is pretty amusing. You know, even when things are difficult, and also being able to use the fact that some of these things can be funny and can be humorous as a way to let other people know that they're not alone in situations.
And that's exactly, we help each other find the humor. I mean, this show has helped us, you know.
Like, she told me a story last night, I'm like, how long till that's a funny story?
Right. Yeah.
And she's like, never. I'm like, I'm going to ask you again in 6 months. That's going to be a funny story. It's going to be a funny story.
Exactly.
It'll be funny in 6 months.
And then we were just backstage talking to Nat from the Christmas Carol, and he and Tiffany connected on this whole concept of, you know, forgiveness.
Yes.
But nothing to laugh about there. But we can help people find joy through that and helping people get to
it's one of the most powerful things you can do is the act of forgiveness.
Absolutely.
To hear someone say I'm sorry and to accept it and release it, because the energy that it takes to stay mad at somebody is energy wasted.
Right. Spot on.
Absolutely.
Spot on, Jason.
Thank you, girl. I read your book. That's fine. Give it up for Roxanne, Tiffany, and Shannon. Pockets of joy. I read the book. Pockets of Joy, Comedy Through Chaos is Saturday, everybody. So go shopping and then go see these ladies. 6:45 at the historic Afton House Inn. We're going to take a break, and we will be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Look, it's Aaron, everybody. You can sleep soon. Welcome back, everybody. So we're off for a couple days for Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are going to have a great time with your family. But next week, we're back with all new live shows. We'd love to see you. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. Again, didn't stop these people. Come see us. To get tickets, just go to our Jason Show Facebook page. Right under the cover photo, you'll see the ticket tab. Click that ticket tab. Sign up whatever day you want to come. We're in by 9:15. You're in by 9:15, and you are out by 11:15. We'll see you next week, and we'll be right back to wrap up today's show. Back in a moment. Kendall's back with me once again. We got to show you this before we go. This is from Joyce on our Facebook page. Hi, Joyce. She says, think I watch Jason too much? That is our llama, and that is the mac and cheese that I made a couple days ago. Yeah, no. I love ya. No, never too much. Thank you. I hope you liked Patti LaBelle's mac and cheese. I'll be making that tonight for our Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I'm also going to make executive producer Jeff's sweet potatoes. Which, and if you missed that segment, go on our Facebook page and find it. I get asked a lot now, did I really love those sweet potatoes as much as yes. I had to give him credit.
They were really good.
Those were the best sweet potatoes I've ever had in my life. They really were, yeah. And I don't love them. What?
I noticed you didn't say you were making monkey bread.
Well, I'm making monkey bread, but just not yours. Yeah, yeah.
Shade!
No, I said it that day. I give you crap because but that day, I said to you, didn't I? I complimented. I said, even though this looks like a disaster zone, it was delicious.
See?
Yeah, it was really good.
It's all that matters, Mama. It's
Okay.
all that matters.
We're gonna do quickly some most likely to questions between you and I. Ready? We have like 30 seconds. Most likely to bring booze to a Thanksgiving.
Me.
Me. Most likely to burn turkey for Thanksgiving.
Me.
Yeah. Most likely to hide in the bathroom during a family Thanksgiving.
Jesus.
Me. Yeah. People scare me.
I know.
Most likely to wake up early on Black Friday to go shopping. Guilty.
No, not
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
you.
yeah. Most likely to cry during a Hallmark Christmas movie. Yeah. And most likely to overspend during the holidays.
Both of us.
Guilty. Yeah, there we go. Again, we're off. We're going to be off for a few days. We'll be back live on Monday. Don't forget to come see us. We have some great shows lined up. But right now, I want all of you. I'm so grateful and thankful for all of you for watching us for 5 years. So go have a great, great Thanksgiving with your family and friends. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, everybody. Nobody can tell you're doing it wrong. We'll see you live on Monday, everybody.